Welcome to quantumnina.com. um, yes, so here on my website, you will find many services that will be of benefit to you. The first service is where I record in a very inclusive, exclusive room, which is usually your room, and then also my room. And anyway, I record a video, and you are going to hear from yourself for up to an hour, um, from yourself up to 50 years in the future to right now. I set up the recording in this service. It is 1200 for 1 hour. And what I do is I set up the recording. I explain the situation. I make sure you have like a list ready, any confidentiality agreements or NDA agreements that you need me to sign, and make sure are signed before we begin the recording. And then the minute we begin to record, that is when you will start hearing from yourself from the future up to 50 years. So that is the first service. I control all of the recordings on that end, and everything is saved and a copy is given to you. We can leap anything from lotteries to, anything, literally anything that exists in the future, we can leap to right now. If it is lotteries, it is split 50-50. So I convert the numbers with a code that you receive if you are leaping just lotteries. And then I give you the actual results to play after I create a code. So the code is what determines what the numbers actually are. I apply that code in reverse to the numbers that you are receiving. That way nobody steals from us. And also, so it just keeps everything really fair, 50-50. So I get a ticket, you get a ticket. I don't charge anything for that, except for the 1200 to record. It would be up to an hour. Most lotteries only take about 10 minutes. So that is usually something that's done in independent videos, which brings me to my next service. The next service is the independent videos. It's everyone's favorite. Everyone also, you guys are wild and crazy and you're all trying to follow my instructions. And the reason I set up independent videos is so you could record in your at your own discretion, especially for people who are famous or public figures. I made the independent video service so you guys can just book an appointment in the future, pay me in the present time when you actually received your message, and as long as you are following that procedure, you should be hearing me just fine. If you're not paying me in the present time by booking an appointment for some date in the future, then obviously I'm not going to be audible to you if you try to record a video and you haven't paid me after you've actually recorded. So if you don't book an appointment the same date that you receive or record a video, you are not going to hear me because you didn't follow all of the process, the steps. Also, confidentiality agreement. Once we do hold an appointment, all I do is watch and listen, and you are of course, the messenger in that case too. I charge half of what I charge, and it's only 30 minutes because I'm not doing all of the recording. All of that is done by you, but you do have to share your screen, and I do keep a recording of what you share on your screen. So all appointments are recorded. Yes, and same thing with lotteries, except lotteries for independent videos, unless I'm running a promo where I say that you can leap a lottery without splitting it 50% with me. The process for independent videos is that you have to give me your video the date before the drawing, which is 24 hours before the drawing of the lottery that you wish to play. I create a code once I receive your video. After I receive your video, I send and create the code. I apply it to the numbers that you heard and send you back the actual results. And then I take that code and in reverse, I put that on the results so that that is how you receive those numbers. I'm always working backwards. I know it's very confusing, but I do work backwards. So in the event where you were late, maybe you didn't give me your video 24 hours in time, we would just apply whatever you heard to the following lottery. So if you did hear me and you're like, oh my God, I heard her, but I didn't win, it's because you didn't send me your video the day before the drawing. That doesn't mean that your video is not usable. It means that you just have to send me that video the 24 hours before the drawing so I can create a code so you know which lottery to actually play. And that's how I do that. And then I get my own ticket, you get your own ticket. So independent videos, as far as lotteries, that's how I operate as far as that goes. And then let me see. Then there's the final service that I'm doing, which is basically just messages. For specifically, it's discounted because it's for public servants who are leaping investigations or preventing wars or whatever the case may be, inventing like weaponry, new technology to protect our country, stuff like that. I help people who don't really have enough money to pay for like my hourly or half hour rate. So I give an hour for 300. The independent video, by the way, is 600 for 30 minutes. So it's half because you guys are doing half of the recording work. Yeah, and so those are my three services that I'm offering. Also, like if you are like when I say public servant, I mean like teachers and stuff. So if you're a professor and you want to leak information independently, then it's still the independent video. So you can do that in groups. You can set up recordings in labs so people are recorded while they're working so they can work with themselves from the future. You just have to be really organized when you're doing independent videos. And that's usually why I set up like the labs and stuff. As far as recordings go, you just also have to keep in mind that I have to sleep and I have to eat, and my future schedule cannot be so bombarded by people who are just selfish, making independent videos who don't take in consideration that maybe I have more than one client and that I'm not going to have time to spend that much time with you unless I'm paid in the present time. Um, uh, enough money to make up for the time that I lose with other clients. So if you are leaping stuff that is decades in the future and you have not paid me yet, I'm probably not going to work for you unless you pay me immediately. And I say that now because something you do need to know about my services is that I am a vigilante at heart, and I am fighting criminals while I'm trying to leap the future into the present time. So the more money I have now to help support the Quantum Nina mission, the better I am at doing my job as far as being a support for you and carrier of your messages from the future to right now, the more likely I am to live longer also because I'm not being abused anymore. So those are things to keep in mind as well. If you have any questions about my services, or if you have any questions about my vigilante movement and my goals as far as what I'm doing with my movement, then just ask. My phone number is 720-806-0219, and my email is on the contact form. You can use the contact form to contact me, or you can contact me on any of my social media is open to be contacted. You can contact me there. If you have any suggestions, or if you want to work with me, I will be hiring in about a year. So right now, I only have my family, a few family members who are sales agents. They're working with me. It is commission based. And so it just depends. Sorry, I have allergies right now. Oh God, I'm gonna have to record this all over again. I'm not recording this all over again. So yes, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh my God. Godspeed.